We're just we're gonna see if these are the cards for this week, for July 1st. Okay, are these the cards for the first week in July? Are these the cards for the first week in July? Are these the cards for the first week in July? Saying yes, they are. Yes, they are. Oh, know what I would do if it ever said no. And let's just pull some dice. I'd have to do the spread all over again, I guess. Let's pull some dice. Seven. Seventh month, Pluto in the sun. And then we have Virgo here. Virgo 4. 4 is the resting. And 6, 9. That's Cancerian. So I think something with the Pluto there and the sun, Cancer season, something is going to transform itself. Some relationship is going to form itself. It's going to change. It's going to change. With Pluto there, that's a major transformation. And Virgo in 4 means you're going to have a happy home, family, probably in Virgo season. It's only a couple months away. Yeah. 4 is home and stability, happy home, happy family. So I hope you enjoyed that. Take care. Bye. Good morning. This is Anita with Anita Loves Tarot Coffee and Crystals. Happy Canada Day. It's July 1st. And I just thought I'd pull a quick spread for this morning for July. Okay, Spirit, what do we have for July? We're having an extreme hot weather alert. And yesterday it felt like 42 or Celsius here. Well, I didn't check this morning, but when I got up, it was like 20, felt like 29 or something out there. And I said, no, I'm not going out for a walk this morning. Okay, so what do we have in the recent past? The Magician. We were manifesting like crazy. The creativity and power and manifestation. Yes. Yes, the Magician. That's Mercury. Why do they have Mercury there? I guess it's communication, but it's all four elements. It's fire, water, air, and pentacles. You see it all there, right? It's all in the card. So that's the number one. That's the first one. That's the magician. You manifest. That's the magician journey. If you're ever curious about tarot, there's a story about the fool journey. And it starts out with the fool. You take your leap of faith and then the magician. Okay, and what's your present situation? 6 of Pentacles. Gifts, charity, donations, money. Maybe we're looking for, it's community. Today is a big community day because everyone is celebrating Canada Day here. And we've been doing really good in the soccer, or FIFA, the World Soccer. So I expect to be a large crowd out there today, even though it's very hot. And what's crossing it? The 8 of Cups, because we walked away from something. We walked away from something that wasn't suiting us. Yeah, it's Pisces. Pisces and Jupiter, and that's the solar plexus. Yeah. So abandoning plans, walking away from something. But that's the 8 of Cups. See, that's moving on. That's walking away from something that doesn't suit you. See how they got the red cloak on, and the moon is in the back, and I'm getting sneaking away in the middle of the night. So maybe you had to leave something that was a tough situation, a situation that um you couldn't really align yourself with. And in order to have your your generosity and your Six of Pentacles, you had to leave that situation. That's why that's crossing that. So whatever situation it was, because you were manifesting in the past, but it wasn't getting you what you needed. You felt like you were giving to a charity case. That's what I'm getting. And what's from above? Oh, Tower in reversed. That means resisting change. I surrender to the storm. But you're resisting this change for some reason. That's Mars. Mars in the crown chakra. No, resisting change. You're resisting this. You're avoiding the tragedy. That's why you're sneaking away in the middle of the night, because you're doing it sneakily. So you're moving away slowly, and because the guy's got a red cloak and it's the moon in the middle of the night. And what's the root cause of it? Because you're listening to your intuition. You're listening to your higher intuition, and a higher self is saying, your inner knowing is saying, I need more stability. I need more emotional stability. This situation I'm giving to is not giving me what I need. I have to go towards something I really want and what I need. And the High Priestess, she keeps things quiet. Isn't that what I said? Sneaking away in the middle of the night, keeping things quiet, making your moves quietly. My inner knowledge is my best guide in all. Yeah, that's the moon. That's the moon as well. Yeah, and that is her third eye chakra. So you're listening to your intuition on this. You're moving away from a situation that wasn't giving back to you. This situation, whatever it was, this Taurus, it says Taurus moon. Yeah, wasn't giving back to you at all. That's a heart chakra. That's the heart chakra. So it's definitely somebody you cared about a lot. Doesn't have to be a lover, but it could be like a friend or coworker or something. They weren't giving back to you. It was more like you were giving more than you were receiving, so you had to walk away from it. See, but at the beginning it was good. In the past you thought this is good, but you were resisting it because you had feelings there for them. Your emotional, your inner intuition, your inner self said, no, this is not for me. So quietly you moved away. Quietly you moved away. And in the immediate future, you 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 need rest. You need meditation. You need balance, healing. Yeah. Actually, this is not. Did I say Jupiter? This is not Jupiter. That's Saturn. This is Saturn. So it was hard for you to walk away. Saturn and Pisces. Yeah, it was hard for you to walk away. That's why you're doing quietly. That's why you're doing it quietly. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's Saturn. This is Jupiter. Yeah, Jupiter and Libra. So you need lots and lots of rest here. Yeah, and this is the throat chakra. So it means you're keeping quiet. There's fear and anxiety and stress about leaving this situation behind. But you need to relax, take a step back, meditate, plan for the future, whatever this situation is. Sorry about that. That's Saturn. Saturn in Pisces. Yeah, yeah. It's weird to have Pisces and Saturn together. That's why I think I'm looking at it weird like that. Because Pisces is usually a pretty easygoing sign. If it's a difficult situation, I guess, you know. Pisces is the fish, so they kind of swim around everything. They don't do things directly on. That was just kind of landed on my hand. And it says maybe the Two of Wands, making a decision. That's Aries, Mars and Aries, definitely, with the third eye chakra. You got to make a decision. Yeah, you have the world in your hands, but there's a decision you had to make about moving on. It was a decision, and you're planning and you're deciding to stay or go. Maybe you haven't quite left yet, but you're feeling you should. This is not working out the way you wanted it to work out. But new beginnings are always good. Why stay in a situation where somebody is making you miserable? Life is too short for that. As I get older, I keep thinking that. What am I doing? Why am I working so hard at these relationships and they're not going anywhere? So yeah, I guess it could be a friend, family member, it could be anybody, but it's somebody you really care about. That's what I'm getting. And this is in reverse, see? Somebody had abuse of power. They were stubborn and they wanted it their way. They had lack of discipline, though, lack of control. They just, you know, absentee father. That's what it says. Paternity issues. Oh, yeah, that's Aries. Aries and Mars again. Aries and Mars, but this is in reverse. This is the root chakra. This is the root chakra. I am my own authority and have the will, the power to create my life structure. This is in reverse. So that's telling me this emperor was the person you were having a difficult time with. See, and it was right on the other people's thoughts and feelings, how others' opinions influence the situation. So this is this other person. Yeah, they were being abusive and they just wanted it their way. They just wanted it their way. And you're like, you know what? I'm an independent person. I can make my own decisions. I can make my own decisions. And this person said, no, I'm all me. It's me, 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 me. That's not kidding. Somebody wanted it their way. And you said, I'm having none of it. But you did it quietly because the emperor is not the quietest person. They're very loud and boisterous and they want it their way. The emperor, this is a major arcana and this is a strong energy. So you've had to do it quietly because I have a feeling you're a quiet person. You just wanted a quiet life, you know, and your hopes and fears, escaping ruin. See, pulling yourself together, learning from the past, hardship from fears coming true, hardships. Yeah, because it's in reverse. Ten of Swords is in reverse, but that's also end of a cycle. I'm gonna pull a divine card as well. Yeah, divine feminine oracle. I'm gonna pull a divine feminine oracle. So yeah, you're escaping this. It's a 10. And it's the root chakra again. So root is the bottom. So we start at the bottom. That's the sun in Gemini. So maybe this was ended your hopes and fears. Yeah. You were hoping it would end in Gemini season, but it didn't. Still lingering. Still lingering. Put on your big girl panties and make the decision. That's what I'm hearing. Aries sun. Maybe it's going to happen in Leo season. Third eye chakra. Lies. Devious. A liar or deceptive person. Devious person. One whose main focus is self-promotion. This person's going to give you a hard time about it. They are. They're not going to go quietly. That's why you got to sit back and rest and think about it. So let's just do one final card for this. See, leadership. The King of Wands. King of Wands is usually Emperor too. The Emperor is like four kings in one, but King of Wands is fiery. In reverse, though, that's the King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands usually wants what they want when they want it. But you know what? I'm saying kings and queens and stuff. This is not gender specific. This just goes according to your energy. Like some people say to me, right? I can usually tell somebody's energy, and they'll be like, okay, just a subtlest of things, and I'm like, yeah, they're feminine. They're divine feminine. I can tell. We'll do a final card. Folding on your beliefs. Oh, don't give up. Don't give up. Admitting defeat. Maybe you're admitting defeat in this situation. Said this is not taking me. Admitting defeat and moving on. Yeah. Seven of Wands. That's Leo, Mars and Leo. And that's the solar plexus. Feeling vulnerable or overwhelmed, not taking bull by the horns. Health problems, but I don't think so. I think health problems are coming to an end. Just a feeling I get. The bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups with the moon in Scorpio. Maybe we gotta wait for a Scorpio moon. I love. Oh, by the fall, everything will fall into place. Romantic proposals. You're gonna meet somebody new. As soon as you walk away from this situation and just, I know you're doing it quietly, but something's gonna happen. They'll be like, "Oh, you want to go out?" And you'll say, "No, I'm busy." And then they'll say, "What's wrong?" And then you'll say, "Yeah, I don't think we should see each other anymore." I think it'll be something like that. I don't think there's going to be, but they might yell and scream a little bit. But oh, divine feminine. Yeah, she's keeping quiet today. The divine feminine. We have to shuffle it. I've had these for. This is the first deck I got. Then I bought a tarot deck after that. But this was, I went, maybe I should just get oracle cards to see how they speak to me. And when I was in the hospital, got my appendix burst, and I was in the hospital. I bought the book to this deck of cards with me. It was in my purse. It was the strangest thing. And I was reading it in the waiting room. And a lady gave me a picture of the Madonna. And to this day, I cannot find that picture of the Madonna. I don't know what I did with it. It was a little wee picture like that. A little wee picture of Madonna, and she gave it to me. Yeah. The mystic of peace. I am peace when my mind is clear. The way is clear. Yeah, see, look at the bread again. Juang, Juan. I'm probably butchering the name of that. But these are real people. If you go online and Google, you'll see. And that's why I was reading the book, because each one of the book has what these mean. But this is she's the mystic of peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. And has to do with meditation too. High priestess is meditation too. So maybe you just have to go within and meditate a little bit and the answers will come. But you're moving away from this situation. Yeah, it wasn't working out for you. I think they're a particularly bad person. But I do think they're stubborn and they want it their way. And you're just like, no, I don't want to live like this. Life is too short. Like, why should you have somebody tell me what to do all the time? Like, I don't know what's wrong with some of these people that they can't realize that you don't have to live your life the way they want you to live it. You live it the way you want to live it. Like, this is your novel. You write it the way you want it to end. You do what you do. You do you, boo. That's what I get for this. Okay, have a great Canada Day. And if you go out today, make sure you bring lots of water and a hat and sunscreen and everything with you because it's going to be a hot one if you live in the GTA. Take care. Bye. Hi there. Hope you enjoyed my tarot reading, and we'll see you next week. Happy Canada Day. Have a great day and a week ahead.